Ladies and gentlemen, today is a big day because the beta is out for Modern Warfare 2. So if you have PlayStation 5 or PlayStation 4, you can hop into the game right now and play. If you pre-order the game later this weekend, it'll be open for everyone. So I recommend jumping in, giving it a try if you haven't already. But what we're going to be doing in this video is essentially going over everything new. There's a lot new in Modern Warfare 2, a lot that has changed since Modern Warfare 2019. So what we're going to do is dive into the game, dive into the menus, dive into some gameplay, and talk about everything that is actually new and changed in the game. That way you kind of know what you're getting your hands on and getting yourself into before you even play the game. So that is what we're going to be doing. But before we do that, I first have to tell you about today's video sponsor. So if you've been around the channel, you definitely know what today's sponsor is, but if not, today's video is sponsored by Sheath. And essentially what Sheath is boxers designed to keep your balls off your leg. Traditional boxers are barbaric and were designed way back in the Neanderthal era. Sheath has a much more ergonomic design, intended to prevent skin-to-skin contact down there. When you're wearing it for a long duration, it keeps it dry, sweat-free, smell-free. Essentially, Sheath is the holy grail of underwear. The way it works is that you got a little kangaroo pouch in there, intended to keep your joey off of your leg, and a separate ball pouch as well. Sheath was designed by a US Army veteran on his second tour in Iraq. Of course, it's really hot over there, so he made these underwear so that he could keep his balls off his legs, keep them cool down there, keep them sweat free, and keep them smelling good. Essentially, the guy that created this is like the Nikola Tesla or Elon Musk of boxers. And I know winter's coming up, it sucks, but Sheath also has some great winter gear as well. So if you want to stay comfortable, down below, you want to keep your balls off your leg, go to the first link down in the description, sheathunderwear.com/Inkslasher, and you can use code Inkslasher to save yourself 20% on your order, which is a sweet deal. Trust me, you want to be this comfortable. Even the t-shirt that I'm wearing from them right now is the most comfortable t-shirt that I own. So click that link down below, go to sheathunderwear.com/Inkslasher, use code Inkslasher, get yourself 20% off. But for now, thank you Sheath for sponsoring the video. All right, so after playing 5 to 7-ish games of the beta, there's some big things that I have to start out with just with the main game because the menus are very confusing. So to start out, when you log into the game, this is the screen that you'll see. It'll boot up, it'll be waiting for the data centers, and then eventually you will get into the game. Once you are in the game, this is what you are going to see. So the main menu, it says what's hot, team deathmatch. It's pretty straightforward. Then we have the locked Warzone 2.0 screen, and then the Warzone beta in and of itself. Once you click on the beta, that is when you will actually get into the game. Across the top, you're going to see several different menus, which include play, weapons, operators, and then store. The store will bug out, so just don't worry about that one currently. Now, going back into the beta, the first thing that we have here is play. Play, we only have a certain amount of options right now. You have quick play, which has a filter. You can choose team deathmatch or domination or both. We have prisoner rescue and we have knockout. This is pretty straightforward. These are just the new game modes. Prisoner rescue is prisoner rescue, whereas knockout, you just try to eliminate the other team, kind of like search and destroy with a different objective, essentially. Once I get rid of my face here, you can then see what the new menus in game are. If you press the start button, you get this screen. You can have home, social, or progression. Let's start out with progression. So as far as progression goes, you can see that I am rank 9, and as you level up, you unlock different things. I want you to pay close attention to rank 7 here as we get the Stealth Bomber and the Kastov. I'm pretty sure the Kastov being an unlock there is actually a bug, but you'll see why I say that in a second. Moving forward, you can see various different unlocks, rank 4 being the biggest one when you get your custom loadouts, which we will talk about in a minute, but it goes all the way up to rank 15 this weekend, and then in the second weekend, it goes all the way up to rank 30. After this, of course, we don't know what happens. We don't know if the prestige system is back or anything like that, but essentially that's what you get to know. Aside from this, in the menus, you have your party settings, you have your notifications, and your game settings. The one game setting that you're going to want to pay close attention to is probably in graphics. I turned off my motion blur and everything like that, but the big one is field of view. I've been playing on 110 field of view. This is on consoles, this is on PlayStation 4, this is on PlayStation 5, which is absolutely fantastic. Definitely going to want to be one thing you are going to check out. All right, after this, we can move into our weapons. So this is where we have our loadouts, vehicles, things along along those lines. Vehicles, we've already talked about yesterday. There's no point in me going over all of these again. As far as kill streaks goes, the one thing that is new to this game, which you're going to want to see, is you can actually toggle between score streaks and kill streaks. I've been playing predominantly with kill streaks. If I press R2, it switches it to score streaks. It costs a little bit more score kill wise, but if you're playing objective game modes, this is probably the mode you're gonna want to be in. And by pressing R2 again, it goes back to kill streaks. Now, this is the most confusing part of the entire thing. Everything we're going to talk about today is the loadouts. The menus are very confusing for this, so let me just kind of explain it. So the first loadout that we have here is for the M4. For me to make this M4, I had to click on it, then you select your weapon, then you have options here. The couple options that you're going to see are, first of all, we have the M4, the M16, and then the cast-off was unlocked at rank 7. You're going to see down there that it says level 1 of 1. So you actually can't rank up the cast-off, and I think there's a reason for that, which I'm going to show you in a second. So once you then click the M4, it gives you the option to choose your variant of it. So the one I am using is the Cinder, and as you can see, I've leveled it up to rank 19. If I go over to progression, this is why the cast-off is not unlocked, because currently the only weapon tree in the game is this one. It is the only one you can look at it, and it is still a little bit buggy. So as you can see, I have the M4 ranked up all the way to rank 19. If you take a closer look at a previous rank, I believe it is 13, we unlock this receiver, which gave me access to the FTAC recon, or at least you would think it gave me access to the FTAC recon. In reality, somehow it gave me access to the M16, which I shouldn't have unlocked yet because I haven't leveled up the receiver for the Icarus. I don't know if I'm not understanding the unlock system properly, but as you can see, if I go back, which again bugs out if I try to go back, I have the M16 unlocked. If I go in and go to assault rifles, I have the M16 unlocked. And I have the FTAC Recon unlocked as well. However, I shouldn't have the M16 unlocked yet. I don't fully understand how that is working. If you have any theories, let me know. It's also not very clear how you can unlock a weapon like the sniper rifle, because I'm assuming it's just through levels at this point, but it's not supposed to be that way. It is very confusing. The menus are very buggy. It does not work very well at this moment, unless I just don't understand it well. You can let me know what you think down in the comments. Now, aside from this, we can look at a few other new things. First off, in the tacticals, we have the shock stick. This is one that's very strange. Basically, you can throw it on a wall and it will stun your enemies, and it'll actually cause them to hip fire their weapons, which is pretty cool. You can see it in game there. Aside from that, everything else in here is pretty much everything that we would expect out of our tactical grenades. After this, we have lethals. Again, all of these are straightforward except the drill charge, which I currently have locked. You unlock it at rank 10. Basically, that when you throw at a wall, it shoots through, explodes, and kills people on the other side. Then we have our perk system. So this is one of the more confusing things in the game currently. Right now, they have these default classes. As you can see here, they've got Phantom, Assault, Hunter, Deadeye, Support, and Sniper. However, you can create your own perk package, and the way to do that is go to this little plus icon, you press the button, and then you can go in and choose whatever perks you want. I haven't decided what the best perks are yet. We'll figure that out throughout the weekend, but as of right now, that's how you make your own perk package. We also have field upgrades. There's plenty of these, a lot of which I haven't unlocked yet. The one that is going to be the most controversial is Dead Silence. That one's unlocked at rank 30, so we won't have that until next weekend. After this, everything else is pretty much straightforward. The DDoS attack is new, but it just disables enemies' electronics. Pretty straightforward. And then you have anti-armor rounds. That'll be good for ground war, things like that. Now, moving into multiplayer gameplay, this is where things, in my opinion, are actually a lot more straightforward. This is where things are a lot more like Modern Warfare 2019, with a few changes here or there. Gameplay wise, I have to say that the guns have a lot more recoil. They feel heavier, more punchy. The time to kill is really fast, and headshots do a lot of damage. As far as weapon leveling goes, I have leveled up almost every single weapon except the M16 that I have used in one game all the way. So from rank 1 to rank 19 on the M4 was in one game. So yeah, you level up weapons really, really fast. I would probably expect at full launch it to be a little bit slower because that's all the weapons weapon leveling there is, or there will be a very, very heavy camo grind if they are doing things that way. They said there's going to be a lot of challenges, so that is very possible. The other new thing in gameplay is perks. So your first 2 perks that you pick, you start out with. The other 2 you have to earn throughout the game. And from everything I've seen, it appears as though you earn them over time, and you earn them faster the more score you get. So capturing objectives, getting kills, kill streaks, that kind of thing are going to make you earn your perks even faster. Think of it as perks meets specialist bonus. That's the easiest way to look at it. Now, as far as the rest of the smaller details like footstep audio, how the game plays, how heavy grenades hit, things like that, I need some more time in the game to fully form an opinion. As of right now, footstep audio seems weird. In some situations, they are very, very loud, and in some situations, you can't hear them at all. So I haven't really made up my mind on that. Dead silence being a field upgrade, I don't love. Other things, the biggest thing, the one that I can talk about right now is the minimap. The minimap is the old school Modern Warfare 2019, where if you shoot your weapon, you do not show up on the minimap, which means suppressors don't make any sense to use. I don't see that ever being a good thing in Call of Duty. It's not my cup of tea, so hopefully they revert that after the beta. I think they're going to get a lot of feedback back. But essentially, that is everything that is new in Modern Warfare 2 compared to previous games. Just wanted to run through it quickly. Over the next coming days, we're going to have more opinions, more things coming out with the beta. So stay tuned to the channel. I will keep you guys updated. Make sure you're subscribed, have the notifications on. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Hit that like button, all of that good jazz. But until next time, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, peace out.
We are reaching for the stars, but we're